Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cleveland Browns franchise. I'm your host Husker Eurocat, and today the Philadelphia Eagles come to town to square off against our Brownies. In our last episode, the Browns defeated the Carolina Panthers in a defensive struggle. The Panthers had lots of success on the ground, and despite 3 turnovers, the Browns came up with an aerial assault that the secondary of the Panthers just couldn't overcome. This week, the Eagles come into First Energy Stadium coming off a huge win in San Francisco, 40-7, and showed off their ability to win big on the road. But can they do it against a team that is undefeated and wanting to stay that way? Their starting right tackle Lane Johnson is out for this game with a back injury, so Desmond Bryant and Barkevious Mingo may have a good day on that side of the line. Although the Eagles have had the most success with their rushing game behind Ryan Matthews, the Browns need to be careful of Tony Romo in the passing attack, or the defense could get torched in this one. The Eagles won the toss and decided that they wanted the ball first today. And from the 25-yard line, Romo pitches back to Matthews, and he's tackled in the backfield for a couple of yard loss by Brandon Spikes. And Matthews gets the ball, and he's out to the 29. 3rd and 6. Romo gives the ball to Matthews, and he's up the middle, and he doesn't make the first down. So that gives the ball to the Browns. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete to DeAndre Hopkins for a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 6. In the eye, Mostert gets the ball, and he doesn't make the first down either. Both teams unsuccessful in their first possession. Romo now goes back to pass, and it's incomplete, intended for Jordan Matthews and covered by Joe Hayden. 3rd and 8 from the shotgun, and the give is to Jeremy McNichols, and he doesn't even get out of the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Browns now. Johnson around the left side, and he's got a nice 9-yard pickup. Now from a one-back set, Stafford hands off to Johnson, and he stiff arms his way out of the backfield and down to the 35-yard line. Now on 2nd and 8, Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete to Perriman on the left side, and he's down to the 20. Mark it at the 19. Now in the red zone, Johnson carries to the 15-yard line. 3rd and 5 now. Stafford rolls to his left, and it's a touchdown to DeAndre Hopkins. I think he traced that route with a pencil on the field. Complete, just thrown beautifully in the corner of the end zone. That puts the Browns on top, 7-0. Romo. Oh, an offside call on Desmond Bryant. That gives them a free 5 yards. So it's 1st and 5. Romo goes back to pass, and it's intercepted by Joe Hayden. Whether Romo saw him or not, Joe Hayden was just playing center field right there. And comes up with the interception and back to the 33-yard line. Now on 2nd and 8. From the split back formation, Stafford rolls to the right and hits DeAndre Hopkins. I think that was the same play as a couple of plays ago. Wow. 2nd and 7 now. And it's Johnson inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Brownies. Now in the eye from the 8-yard line, Johnson goes right and is inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. And that brings us to the end of one with your score 7-0 Cleveland. Now from the just inside the 2-yard line, out of the I formation, the give is to Johnson, and he doesn't get to the goal line. 3rd and goal from the 1, and Malcolm Johnson is in there for the touchdown. Just a simple fullback power up the center, and he's in there for the second touchdown of the afternoon. After a quick Eagles 3 and out, it's the Browns' ball again on 3rd and 7. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete out of the backfield to Turbin around the right side, and he's got the first down. Out of bounds at the 47 of the Eagles. Handoff is to Turbin up the middle, and he's got lots of daylight. Another first down for the Browns. Now Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete to Gary Barnes inside the 15. Now with 5:17 left on the clock, Johnson goes around the right side, and it's inside the 10-yard line, down at the 9. Stafford goes back to pass. Oh, he decides to run, and he slid, folks. I can hardly believe that. Usually he'll take the contact. Ooh, and Johnson is up the middle and doesn't get the first down. So Kaimi Fairbairn comes on for a 23-yard field goal, and it's good. 17-0 now. Romo goes back to pass, and he passes long and incomplete. Intended for Josh Huff. 2nd and 10. Romo back to pass again. Throws long again, targeting Huff, and he's got a first. Oh my goodness, 10, touchdown. Oh wow, what a long play for the Eagles. Looking at that on the replay, oh my goodness, Justin Gilbert just gets beat. And he catches it at the 35, and into the end zone he goes. 17-7 now. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete to Hopkins at the 45 of the Eagles. Stafford and company says, you can throw a long one? Well, so can we. That was a beautiful catch by DeAndre Hopkins. That brings us down to the 2-minute warning with our score 17-7, Browns. Now inside Eagles territory at the 44-yard line. Stafford goes back to pass and passes long and complete to DeAndre Hopkins inside the 5. Tackled at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Brownies. And Malcolm Johnson gets to the 1. Now from the I formation, Stafford fakes the handoff and runs. Oh, he fakes the pass and dives into the end zone. Touchdown on a 1-yard run. That fake pump gave him just enough time so that he was able to dive into the end zone. That's the Matt Stafford that we've come to appreciate. I hope that contact doesn't get him hurt. So on 1st and 10, Romo loads up and he throws long, complete to Huff inside the 35-yard line. What an aerial attack by both of these teams. And Romo almost throws an interception to Brandon Spikes. So on 3rd and 9, Romo goes back to pass again. It's complete to Ryan Matthews, and he pushes the Browns to a first down inside the 20-yard line. Now from the hurry-up offense, Romo goes back to pass, throws complete in the end zone to Josh Huff. On a perfectly timed pass from Romo, Josh Huff gets his 2nd touchdown of the day. 24-14. Can the Browns do anything with 35 seconds? And it's complete to Brashad Perriman for a first down. Now from the shotgun, Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete to Gary Barnage for only a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Stafford back to pass again, rolls to his right, and decides to run and fumbles the football at the 45, and it's recovered by the Eagles. We're going to say it again, Matthew. Slide. Slide. He runs into Connor Barwin, but look at the end of this play. He's not the one that makes the recovery. It's Benny Logan with the recovery and out of bounds at the 39 of the Browns. Romo back to pass, hits Matthews over the middle, and for a 51-yard field goal attempt. It's way off to the left. That would have been good if the goalpost was in the corner of the end zone. That brings us to halftime with our score 24 for the Browns and 14 for the Eagles. For a moment there, I thought we were going to have yet another blowout by halftime, but the Eagles have been able to bring it back to a 10-point lead for the Browns at the break. The Browns are playing some pretty solid football in rushing as well as passing, but the Eagles, behind the arm of Tony Romo and the hands of fourth-year man Josh Huff out of the University of Oregon, have connected on two key pass plays to give the Eagles 14 points at the half. Can the Browns contain this combo in the second half? Welcome back to First Energy Stadium for our second half coverage of our contest between the Eagles and the Browns. Before we head to the field, let's take a moment and get a coach report from Eurocat Baby.
In talking with Coach Peterson, I got the impression he wasn't very happy with the line play on either side of the ball. He said, "We're just being whooped at the line of scrimmage. It's going to take a lot of great execution to make sure we're winning that battle." He also said that if the line gives him time to operate, Tony Romo needs to spread the ball around a bit more. Coach Bettini said that he was happy with the way the Browns are playing. They just need to get a little more pressure on Romo to force him into making a few more bad decisions. They've made a few adjustments to stop the Romo-Huff connections, but we'll have to see how well that works.
Well, the defense is going to have to do something in order to stop that passing attack of the Eagles. The Browns have the first possession of the second half and from the 25-yard line. Duke Johnson on a counter to the left side has 9 yards. Man, the defense just closed that off in a hurry. Now from the 34, Stafford sidearms it to Johnson around the right side, and he's out of bounds, but not before getting the first down. 39, Turbin counters to the left side, and he's stopped after a gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Johnson back in the lineup, and he gets stuffed by Cedric Thornton. 3rd and 11. Stafford back to pass. Rolls to his left, and it throws incomplete. That brings on Andy Lee to try and pin the Eagles deep. And he's angling it toward the sideline and into the end zone. Oh, what an ugly bounce that one took. So the Eagles take over at the 20-yard line. Romo back to pass, completes it to Jordan Matthews, and he's over the 35-yard line for a first down. Now with Matthews as the lone back, Romo goes back to pass, and it's knocked down by Justin Gilbert. 2nd and 10. They give us to Matthews up the middle, and he gets 10 yards, but just shy of the marker. 3rd and inches. They give us to Matthews again, and he's met by Carlos Dansby in the backfield. The Browns take over at the 20-yard line, and Johnson is hit hard in the backfield. 2nd and 13. Stafford goes back to pass, complete to Johnson over the 20-yard line. 3rd and 7 now. Stafford goes back to pass, rolls to his right, and it bounced off of Johnson's helmet, I think. 1st and 10 for the Eagles anyway. Romo goes back to pass, and he passes long and incomplete, intended for Josh Huff. Now a 3rd down conversion coming up. Romo back to pass and throws complete to Cooper, and he does not get the first down. Now the Browns from the 31 and a half. Stafford hands off the Turbin up the middle, and he has a nice gain past the 35-yard line. 2nd and 4. Stafford back to pass, and waiting, and hits Hopkins over the left side. First down, Browns. 46. Stafford throws long, and it's caught by Perriman inside the 5-yard line. First and goal at the 3. Johnson is just shy of the marker on the right side. So from inside the 1, Johnson struggling, gets in there for the touchdown. Cleveland now at the end of the 3rd quarter taking commanding lead 31-14. Now let's go to Eurocat, baby, for a sideline report.
There are a lot of happy faces here on the Browns sideline. With it already 31-14 and getting ready to score again, it doesn't look very good for the Eagles. The Eagles are a little bummed because every time it looks good and they're putting something together, it all falls apart. Coach Peterson is up and down the sideline trying to encourage the troops, but it doesn't look good for them.
From what I can tell, it's going to take a lot of encouragement to get this one turned around. The Eagles have the 4th quarter to right this ship from the 25-yard line. Romo pitches it back to Ryan Matthews, and he only has a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7, Romo back to pass and completes it to Josh Huff over the 40-yard line for a 1st down. With Matthews alone in the backfield, he gets the ball and he is met in the backfield by Matt Shaughnessy. 3rd and 13, Romo back to pass, and it's incomplete, knocked down by Brandon Spikes. In the Browns' next possession, the handoff goes to Turbin, and he fumbled the football, and it's recovered by Connor Barwin. Turbin was hit hard by Bo Allen. Connor Barwin, after causing a fumble earlier, is able to recover one this time, and he's finally tackled at the 26-yard line of the Browns. They're going to spot it right about at the 25, so 1st and 10. Matthews alone in the backfield, and he gets the ball, and he's got a big run inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. Romo back to pass again, and it's knocked away by Dante Whitner. Now on 3rd and 10, it's from the shotgun. Romo is back to pass and goes over the middle, and it's knocked away by Carlos Dansby. 4th and 10. They have to go for it. Romo to the end zone, and incomplete, turnover on downs. Now it's the Browns from the 15-yard line, and Johnson is tackled in the backfield. D'Amico Ryans getting the stop. 3rd and 10. Mostert goes to the right side, and he has only 2. So they have to punt it away. 2nd and 12 for the Eagles. Romo goes back to pass, and it's intercepted by Barkevius Mingo, and back to the 30-yard line. What a quick recovery for the interception, because Mingo was going the other way and intercepting it and back to the 30-yard line. Now with the Browns, full house set, Johnson gets the ball and he's inside the 25-yard line. 2nd and 4. Johnson gets the ball and he's up the middle for a 1st down to the 15. And that brings us down to the 2-minute warning with your score 31-14 Browns. Not a lot of scoring here in this 2nd half. 3rd and 11, Mostert gets the ball and is inside the 5, and he scores a touchdown for the Browns. Just when I say there's not a lot of scoring, what happens? A touchdown. That was the most beautifully blocked play I've seen in a long time, and a popped Mostert right into the end zone. And with 1:56 left, Sterling Shepard brings it out of the end zone and gets tackled before the 10-yard line. What was he thinking? Romo completes it to Josh Huff at the 25-yard line. The Eagles now in the hurry-up offense. Matthews, the deep back. And Romo goes back to pass, and it's complete to Riley Cooper for only a 2-yard gain. They're They're still in the hurry up from the shotgun. Romo back to pass and throws another interception, this time to Carlos Dansby. Romo thought he was going to have an open Riley Cooper, and Carlos Dansby just jumped right in front of that one and back to the 26-yard line. Browns first and 10. Handoff goes to Duke Johnson up the middle for just 3 yards. The Browns just trying to kill the clock on this one, and Johnson goes up the middle and is inside the red zone at the 18. 3rd and 3. Mostert tries, and he didn't get to the sticks. The Eagles call a timeout. So the Browns bring out Kaimi Fairbairn for a 33-yard field goal, and it's good. I think the Browns would have been satisfied just running the clock out. But here, Romo's back to pass, throws long, and it's incomplete, intended for Riley Cooper. And Deshaun Gibson is down and hurt. Oh my goodness, we'll have to find out what that one's all about. 2nd and 10. Tony Romo throws long, and it's complete to Josh Huff, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Eagles. There seems to be no quit in this Eagles offense, and Justin Gilbert gets burned for a touchdown on the very last play of the game, making the final score 41 for the Browns and 21 for the Eagles. Well, I guess it was positive thinking on the part of the sports writers, saying that the Eagles were going to be able to keep this one close. If it weren't for that last play by the Eagles, they wouldn't have even scored in the second half. While the team overall feels good about this win, there's a bit of bad news to report on. The player that was injured for the Browns with 1 second left in the game, free safety Deshaun Gibson, is out for the rest of the season with a broken arm. He may be back for the playoffs, but that's up in the air at the moment. So Raheem Moore is going to have to step up to the plate for the rest of the season at free safety. Although the Browns can ill afford a loss like that at deep back, it is a good thing to know that the defense is sound at stopping the run. The Eagles were able to put a lot of yards on the Browns, especially in the passing game anyway, with that 87-yard bomb to Huff and again a 70-yard strike to Huff to close out the game. The rushing game that Philly is supposed to be really good at was held for 27 yards on 14 attempts. And look at the time of possession. Almost a 3-to-1 ratio in favor of the Browns. Hold on to the ball and the opposition can't score, right? Matt Stafford had a rock-solid game, throwing 73% complete and 1 touchdown. Nothing like 5 touchdowns in a game, but I'll take those numbers. I just wish that he would learn how to slide instead of taking a hit. The running game was fair with no one having a Pro Bowl day, but the passing game was alive and well. DeAndre Hopkins had the lone receiving touchdown and 6 receptions for 111 yards to lead the receiving corps. Dansby and the defense did another bang-up job this week. If it weren't for those blasted long pass conversions, they wreaked havoc on the Eagle offense at just about every turn. No one from the Browns could make the player of the week, and that went to Jamal Charles for the offense and Darrelle Revis for the defense. Up next, the Browns will be traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals in Paul Brown Stadium. The Bengals are coming off a win in a squeaker at the Ravens, which doesn't bode well for the Bengals since the Ravens have only won 1 game on the season thus far. They boast having the number 2 ranking in the league for both points allowed and total defense. They also have a passing offense behind the arm of Andy Dalton and receivers A.J. Green, Marvin Jones, and Mohamed Sanu. This game will tell us if the Browns are for real or if the win just last week against the Panthers was a fluke or not. Keep in mind that if you enjoyed this video, leave a like so that others can enjoy it as well. And if you would like to be notified when there is a new one, subscribe by clicking on my icon at the end of the video. It's been our pleasure to bring you coverage of the Browns taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And be with us in our next episode when the Browns go on the road in Cincinnati to face the Bengals. Until then, for Eurocat Baby, I'm Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.